Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Metta World Peace here with my former teammate, colleague, friend, and brother, Pau Gasol. Man, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Meta. How you doing? It's good to thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. I was just in your country in Spain, in Barcelona.
So, how was it?
It
How'd you
was
like it?
great. I'm with my wife. It
Hmm.
was a good time. And
Well,
right before it was the COVID was in Italy, and so
right.
Spain, there wasn't, nobody was panicking. And then when I left Spain, people shut it down. And then I was in New York, and then I left New York, and they shut New York down. How,
Hmm.
how have you been? How have you been dealing with COVID-19?
Well, I've been in confinement for a month. Haven't moved. I had a lot of trips planned, but we just been staying put when everything kind of started to go off, even before even was mandated or advised or enforced. We just try to play it safe, and it's been difficult, and it's definitely an unprecedented situation for all of us to go
Yeah,
through. Just try to stay positive, try to establish a routine at home so I could keep uh, progressing, staying in shape, rehabbing, and keeping my mind also sane and healthy, and also talking to my family, making sure that they're okay back in Spain,
yeah.
and to make sure that they're staying safe and they're doing what they need to do.
And I saw your podcast, and it was really cool. It was inspiring. And I think when you first did the podcast, it was before COVID. So you
Hmm.
was already like getting in, and I saw you doing a few things, and then I saw you actually
Yeah,
addressing things. So
yeah.
what was the reason like for you starting like the video?
Well, I like to take the preventative approach. Before things really get bad, you just want to kind of prepare for the worst, kind of prepare yourself, and not wait until things really get bad or out of control. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I try to send messages early on, hey guys, this is a serious deal, it's a serious virus. Let's be safe. Let's just get on top of it. Let's uh let's not see how it goes. Let's not play it out or get a feel for it, but actually let's just take preventative measures so we can get a hold of this pandemic and reduce the damages. So that's what I try to do. That's kind of my approach. Try to um, paint the picture a little darker than it might be or it will be, just so we can prevent and not have to regret after.
What do you think about the season? You think they're gonna play it this year? I heard a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation. Obviously, the uncertainty of the situation is also unprecedented. So it's kind of hard to predict at this point. I think we all hope that the season does end and they find a way to figure it out when things kind of resume themselves in a quote unquote normal way, which will be a transition, and we don't even know how that looks like. But we're all hoping for the NBA to kind of find a way to end the season, find a way to claim or proclaim a champion, and then go into the next one. Will that happen? Right now it's kind of difficult to predict. I might see a scenario where the NBA, unfortunately, because of the gravity of the situation and the virus and how contagious it is and the effects of it, that it does get canceled so it doesn't jeopardize the next one.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So in your situation, if you was in a situation and we had to shut down the gym, or the Lakers shut
Like,
down the gym,
right.
uh, what would you do to stay in shape? How would you keep your psyche?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
what I've done, try to set up a gym here in the garage of the house, whether it's in a garage, whether it's in a room. You figure it out, a space that you can exercise and stay active, get a routine going where every day, pretty much at the same time, you get yourself moving. I'm lucky that I have a trainer that sends me workouts, and I can just follow him through videos, and
yeah,
I can do that. But if not, I'm sure there's plenty of applications. There's plenty of routines out there. There's different gyms that are sending out and putting content out there, so you can stay active with whatever you have. Even if it's very limited or very little. So I would definitely encourage everyone to do that. Just because we got to stay active. We don't know how long we're going to be locked or confined in our homes. So
right.
find a way to do it. With your loved ones, with whoever you live with your children, with your wife, with your whoever it is. Just find a way to kind of do it, get it, and do it together. It'll be easier.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to talk about possession that you had in our finals in Game 7, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, did you watch this possession and how many times did you watch it? So you get the ball in the post,
Mm-hmm.
second half. You get the ball fourth quarter. You're on the left block,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you do a move,
Mm-hmm.
spinning, turning baseline, and you go to shoot it. And then I think Garnett hands was over the ball. You had to pause the ball, and right before you release the ball, your feet was just on the floor, like almost. It could have been a travel, right? If you held the ball one more second, and the shot went in.
Yeah.
Do you know what the play I'm talking about?
Absolutely. Of course. Actually, they reran the game a few days ago on ABC, and I watched it for the first time. 10 years later, I watched the whole game. So I remember the exact play, and obviously if you probably watch it in slow motion, you probably can make an argument whether my feet actually ended up touching the ground before my release. But it wasn't just Kevin. I think it was Rashid was also there, and then Paul Pierce came where I had to kind of like not release my shot, but kind of hold it for a couple of tenths of a second longer so I could release the ball without being blocked. Yeah, it was a big shot, I guess. Lucky in a way, but we were just so resilient that game, and I gotta congratulate you for the effort that you gave, because you get to see it from a different perspective. You get to really take it in, and the effort that you gave on that game, the entire series, the entire season, was magnificent. And you made huge plays. I remember probably a play just before that shot that you're talking about, where I had the ball in the post, and me, I always try to play make. I try to see who's open. I try to see, hopefully attract the defense, and you cut in the middle of the lane, and you got a great N1 with your left hand.
You passed me the ball, yeah.
That's right, and I passed it to you.
I passed it to you in the post, and I cut.
Yeah, you passed it, you cut, and then you came back, and you cut back into the lane when the defense heads were turned, and you finished, and that was a big N1 play. So just it was an incredible game. It was definitely something that I cherish, and I'll cherish for as long as I live.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Same here. What were some of your what was the one moment that you remember being with our good friend, our brother Kobe? Something that stands out to you?
Oh man, I guess to me it's from the beginning when I got traded to the Lakers from Memphis. Right when I landed, pretty much in Washington, and I got to the hotel in DC, Kobe came to my room, right, and it was around 1:30 a.m. when I landed in DC from LA, from getting through my physicals, and he didn't have to come. Is one of the best players in the world ever, and he didn't have to come and say hi to me or greet me. He could have waited until the next morning with everybody else, but he kind of went out of his way to say, hey, he wanted me to know where he was at, and he wanted me to say, hey, I want to win a championship badly, and I know that with you we have a better chance to do it. So for him to do that, he hooked me right from the beginning. He got me on the same page, on the same boat, and that's what I wanted too. So we were very aligned. But hearing it from him, seeing him going out of his way to do that, it really touched me in a way that I was 100% committed of doing that.
Yeah, and it was definitely an honor playing with you. I remember you always coming through. You, Kobe, and Fisher. And Fisher wasn't, a go-to guy, but he was always there when it mattered. And I just remember being on the bench, just watching you guys do incredible things. I actually seen the finals in 2008 in Boston because I didn't know if I was going to ever get to a finals, but I said, if I do get there, I kind of want to feel the atmosphere. So I went to go see you guys play when y'all lost, and you came back and beat them. And it's just been an honor, playing with you. And people talk about that shot that I hit. I always talk about your shot because it was such a big shot. We
all made big shots. We all made big plays. I felt like it was a game that we just kept swinging. We just kept on swinging, and we just kept coming back and believing in ourselves, and we never gave up. So every play was huge. We made our mistakes, we missed our shots, but we just kept on fighting, and we did it together. You, Lamar, Fish, everyone.
Yes.
Sasha with his free throws.
Yes.
Andrew with his physicality. Everyone contributed onto that game. The guys that were like living and supporting us from the bench, the crowd, the fans. Everyone did their part, and that's what it takes ultimately to win. So that's why it's just such an incredible accomplishment.
And my last question for you, and I wanted to hear. I was talking to some fans and asking them what question should I ask, and one of the questions was Dr. Buss. What is a memory that you have, about Dr. Buss?
Well, Dr. Buss was such I think a pioneer of our game, of our business. I think probably one of the most admired and respected owners in our business, a owner that took the NBA and the league to a different level. So when I joined the Lakers, probably he was a little older than earlier in his life. And so my experience with him was, I guess, limited and conditioned to that. But I could feel his passion. I could feel how he joined the team in critical moments. I got a chance to spend some time with him when he was hospitalized, when he was fighting cancer. And we had a long conversation. It was a hard moment to see him go. I had a chance also to speak at his memorial, and I was asked to do that. So just a very special. That's why my relationship with the Buss family is so special with Jeannie mainly, but with the whole family I have high respect, and I care deeply for Dr. Buss and what he did for the game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I definitely appreciate you coming on. I've been doing these little fireside chats, and obviously with COVID we can't go out, so I've seen your chats, and let me reach out to Pal and see if he wants to come on, my fireside.
Of course.
So
absolutely, man.
It was great speaking to you, man. I'll speak to you soon.
Same, Metta. Take care, okay? Be safe.
Be
See you
safe.
soon. Talk to you soon.